What is up, everyone? OJ here, and we are live. And yes, I am. I wanted to start a little bit earlier just so we can get people into it and all that. Oh, hold up here. Might be some playback. Okay, there we go. I also heard it on my screen too. I don't want to hear it on mine as well. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, the reason why I'm not breaking it down a month late, to be honest, the reason why I'm talking about it now is because I actually never got a chance to fully watch it through without interruptions. Like I watched it the first time I was streaming with Super Metal Dave, and then my power went out because we were having a really bad storm. And then I was trying to watch it again, and like my daughter kept on like coming in and stuff. So I never really got to watch it throughout the whole thing. So then I finally got to watch it through the whole thing, no interruptions, no pauses, no stops. And I wanted to talk about it. I kind of wanted to break it down and kind of like look over everything about it, because like at first, when I first talked about it after my live stream, I was like, this wasn't very good. I didn't think it was very good. But after rewatching it, I'm like, actually, it wasn't bad. It actually wasn't bad at all after rewatching the whole thing. So I wanted to talk about it again. But yeah, man, yeah. The Switch eats babies. After learning this, I canceled my pre-order. Well, that's not good. So what's up to everyone? We got 108 viewers already. Yo, shout outs, man. Thanks for spending your Friday with me. I'm gonna be talking about a few things here, guys. Yo, what up, Eric Dolbear? This is for you guys, and I'm probably gonna make this like a every Friday thing where I have a live streaming Q&A. I think I need to make sure that I interact with you guys a little bit more outside of just regular standard videos. So we're definitely gonna be doing more live stream Q&As and talking about the big topics throughout the week. So look forward to that pretty much every single week, probably on Fridays. But yeah, man, like I wanted to make sure that I kind of reached out to you guys, talked about some things, and kind of go over, you know, after watching the presentation, like 100%. Like, it actually was not bad. I'm not even trying to, you know what I'm saying, try to make excuses for Nintendo or anything like that. It actually wasn't bad. I'm going to go over all the stuff and all that, and I'm going to talk about things. I'm going to talk about what I didn't like, too, as far as the pacing. That was some issues that I had with that. But I thought it wasn't bad after watching it through the whole thing. I'm also going to talk about some indoctrinated gamers. I don't know, have any of you guys seen, like, Mass Effect 2? Like, if you're playing Mass Effect 2 and it goes, like, assuming control, and, like, those dudes, like, with the Reapers, like... like these gamers out there, they are indoctrinated to think that this never existed. They are indoctrinated to think that a system, cartridges, a home console. We're not talking about portables here, where where cartridges are always a thing, you know, where you don't install. But a home console, some of these dudes do not understand that there used to be these type of things where you take and you take them and you put them into your system and you don't install anything. It's like freaking sorcery, or it's magic. I have never seen so many indoctrinated gamers to think that every game needs to be installed to a damn hard drive. Look, and like I said, look, I'll be completely honest with you guys, 100% honest, okay? I have a nice 4-bedroom house. I have a really good job that makes me a good amount of money. I have YouTube that also makes me money, okay? I don't worry about price of stuff too much, okay? I have somewhat amount of disposable income, and my fiance makes good money too, okay? So we're okay. But I don't sit here and complain about a bunch of things if it's not applicable to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if it doesn't relate to me, I'm not going to sit here and make videos and complain. That's why I don't complain about the price of stuff. Like if something's expensive, then it's expensive. If I want it, then I'll save up and buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel that it's too expensive, I'm like, I'll wait for a price shop. I don't sit here and make video after video after video complaining about things, because that's just not how I operate life at this point. But to sit here and tell me that it's okay for games to have installs 100 gigabytes, and Nintendo, before we get into this breakdown, and Nintendo creates a system where you don't have to install. And then someone tells me on my channel, okay, and look, they tell me on my channel, Nintendo forces you to buy physical, or you're going to have to buy a micro SD card or an SD card for the Nintendo Switch, and tells me that, oh my gosh, like as if it's a problem that physical games on the Nintendo Switch don't install. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just buy physical games and it'll take like a little bit of save data on your memory that you have. To sit here and tell me that Nintendo forces you and that Microsoft and Sony offer a better option than Nintendo, you're insane. You're indoctrinated by this generation if you think that it is okay and it's 100% fine, or at least Microsoft and Sony offer a better option of mandatory installs for every single game. Game is physical. This is a DRM key. This is a key. I just can't fathom thinking, and I had so many people telling me this. So many people telling me this. I can't fathom to think you are an indoctrinated if you actually think that is a better option. Because after 4 to 5 games on your PS4 or Xbox One, you're not going to have any space. You're not going to have any space. Do you realize that physical games on Microsoft and Sony systems take up your hard drive like it's a damn PC? I can't stand these new age gamers. And this is like a lot of games out there. I'm not even trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to be like, you know, overzealous or whatever the word is for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to do that. Like, it boggles my mind that people actually think that Microsoft and Sony offer a better option because they have the buzzword of 500 gigabytes. 500 gigabytes. That's so much more than 32 gigabytes. Oh my gosh. Nintendo needs to offer more memory. Bruh, their games don't, Microsoft and Sony offer that much because their games install every single game. What the hell, man? I grew up in this era. You take a cartridge, you put it in, it doesn't install to all this crap. It is like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, these gamers today, they're okay with this. You're indoctrinated. You're indoctrinated if you think that it's okay for a physical game to install to your hard drive. Like, it's a console for a reason. Is it a PC or is it a console? This is turning into a rant. And I understand that it's turning into a rant. But is it a PC or is it a console? Which one is it? Because there's Steam boxes out there. If it's a console should be a console. When you put the 360, now just so you guys know, the Xbox 360, that was one of my favorite consoles of all time. If I had a top 5, if I was to put out a top 5 in there in no particular order, the Xbox 360 would be in that top 5 of my favorite consoles of all time. I love it. It'd be probably in the top 3. Heck, I mean, it might be one or two, I mean, not one, but it's definitely in the top 3, okay? That console, it was optional. It's optional install. Optional install. I don't care how much streaming data or whatever the case is. They should have thought about that and built that into the tech. They should have thought about something. I can't sit here and continue to endorse. I'm not going to sit here and wait for games to install like all this. Like, Jesus Christ. And look, this is the worst thing that this dude said. Let's go into a little bit more about what this dude said to me. This dude said to me, this is hilarious. He said that installing games will give you more incentive to finish that game because you can just delete the game, then reinstall later. So before you buy a new game, make sure you finish it before it takes up more space on your hard drive. Q fresher. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you just tell me that it will give you more incentive to finish a game? And like, I'm not joking about this, guys. Like, I'm not joking about this. Look at my video where I ranted about Gears of War being 100 gigabytes. You'll see the dude that says all this. Just scroll through the comments. You'll see the dude that says all this. He says it gives you more incentive to finish your game. I ought to slap you. If I could, I ought to digitally reach into my monitor screen and slap this person who said that. What do you mean it'll give you more incentive? I don't need any damn incentive to finish a game or not. I'll finish a game when I feel like it. I don't need any incentive. If I want to buy another game, I'll buy another game. Like, it makes me scratch my head about these indoctrinated gamers out there, man. Like, that, quite possibly the dumbest argument. And he just said that Nintendo gives you a laughable amount of space. I want 500 gigabytes that take up your hard drive. All of them. I want 500 gigabytes and that every single game takes up your hard drive. I want my DMR keys, okay? I want to be able to fill up my hard drive and then delete games and give me more incentive to finish them because I'm a gamer. There was a day there was a time, like I said, when this used to be the norm. Cartridge technology has advanced to the state to where media technology is obsolete at this point. People want to talk about space. Games shouldn't be 100 gigabytes. If your game is 100 gigabytes, you've got a problem with, you need to learn how to optimize. I don't care how good of a game it is. If your game is 100 gigabytes, you need to think about something. What you're doing is wrong. If your game is 100 gigabytes, what you're doing is wrong. You're not optimizing. You're leaving stuff in there and not taking it out. There's a problem if your game is 100 gigabytes. I'm done with. I'm done with these installs. I'm done. I'm done with these, because this dude straight up told me you could delete then reinstall. Do you know how long it takes to install games? Bruh, I was waiting like 2.5 hours for this to install. I was waiting like 2 hours for this to install. And you're trying to tell me that if I want to play it again later down the road, I need to reinstall it and then wait that 2 hours. I don't have time for that. Like I said, I have a nice big house here, okay? I have a family. I have work that I got to go to. I don't have time to sit around and wait for games to install, and I'm not leaving my system on all day when I'm at work or something like that and wasting electricity. Like I said, I don't complain about stuff. And like I said here, I don't complain about stuff when it's not like, if it's not something to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like. There's a lot of things that I think like, man, that's not cool. But I don't sit here and make video after video after video complaining about it, because why? There's no point in doing that. The reason why I'm talking about it right now at this point, because it's actually interfering with what I like. There's a lot of cool games on PS4 and Xbox One that I want to play, but I'm not going to sit here be shuffling crap in and out and I'm not going to do all that. And I'm not going to sit here and buy a ton of external hard drives, you know what I'm saying, for these systems. That shouldn't be, physical games shouldn't be installing to your hard drive. Like with the Xbox 360, yo, I rolled with a freaking like 60 gigabyte hard drive throughout like the whole thing. It was like 60 or 80 gigabytes or something like that. I rolled with the smallest, or one of the smaller hard drives. I know there was 120, I think there was 240. I rolled with a really small hard drive pretty much the whole time. I didn't need another hard drive. I didn't need to get a huge, massive hard drive for the Xbox 360. God, so stupid. But whatever, man. Anyway, let's get into this breakdown, guys. I see all the comments here. You guys are like my little mini rant there. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. When this dude told me it gives me incentive to finish a game because you have to delete and reinstall and delete and reinstall. I mean, look, PS4 just added external HUD support. You know, they just added that, so that's cool. Xbox has had it for a little bit. I mean, you can buy an external hard drive, but it's still going to all fill up. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If it was me, I'd rather have the option. If you know what I'm saying, like I'd rather have the option to either take my install space or not. Nintendo gives you an option. You can download the game digitally, which takes up space, or you can get the game physical, which doesn't take up space. I'll take that option. But anyway, let's get into this here, guys. I've got a breakdown of this Nintendo Switch presentation. So I watched it again, like I was saying, for all the new dudes who joined in, because we had about another 150-something people join in. So I actually watched it again, and I watched it throughout the whole thing. I didn't have any interruptions. I didn't have any breaks. I didn't have anything like that. If you want to see my thoughts on Zelda DLC, I already uploaded a video. Make sure you check it out. It's on my channel. I went through the whole thing and just watched it throughout the whole time. And let's break down. I'm just going to break down all the games that they talked about, okay? So from the beginning of the presentation to the end of the presentation, Nintendo talked about, okay, they had 1-2 Switch, they had ARMS, they had Splatoon 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, in addition to Dragon Quest 11. They didn't talk much about those games, though, to be honest, but they still had them there. Shin Megami Tensei with Unreal Engine 4, Project Octopath Traveler, Skyrim, No More Heroes, or a Travis Touchdown game, FIFA 18, and they brought out Sega's is it Toshiro Nagoshi, and he does Yakuza. So he's the big man over there that does Yakuza and helps out. He's also a senior level, he's a senior level dude over at Sega and at Atlas and on the board at Atlas, and he does Yakuza. So He was on stage talking about Sega games, and they didn't talk about Sonic Mania. They didn't talk about Project Sonic 2017. I don't think he's working with those. So I'm thinking that some form of Yakuza is going to come to the Nintendo Switch, since he was the one presenting that Sega will bring games. So you look at that announcement, that's 12 games. Out of those 12 games, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 exclusives. The biggest problem that I saw after going through all this that people probably had with this presentation was the fact that 1-2 Switch and ARMS took up quite a bit of time, and then at the beginning they were just explaining things. And the biggest thing that I think people had a problem with was just the pacing. Like before they got to like the good stuff, like Splatoon 2 and Super Mario Odyssey and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Fire Emblem and all of that, and Dragon Quest and Shin Megami Tensei, Splatoon, talking about the system itself, 1-2 Switch and ARMS took up, I think, 20 minutes or so, and the presentation was only about 60 minutes, a little bit over that. And then plus they also did the release date for Zelda and a brand new trailer for Zelda at the end. So, I mean, if you look at all of the good stuff compared to what people thought was lame, I think it was actually pretty good. I mean, if Sony or Microsoft came out on stage for like an E3 and announced, 9 exclusive games, you know what I'm saying? Like, for their system, everyone would say it's the greatest thing in the world, because they do sometimes do way less than that. They might have like maybe 3 or 4 exclusives, and people say, oh, this is the greatest thing, So Nintendo announced all of that, but I just think that the problem with it was that they spent a lot of time on just explaining the system. Hey, this is what the Joy-Cons can do. The really nice, like, where Koizumi-san was like, hey, look at the Joy-Cons, and he was doing like the little magic trick and all that. But I mean, that's just like Nintendo's goofiness, coming into that. Nintendo's like, they like to have fun when they create these presentations. So after watching it again, it wasn't too bad at all. But like after 1-2 Switch, I mean, ARMS looks great. Obviously, at the beginning, people didn't think that it looked that great. But after looking at it at this point, it looked great. So really the only issue really was probably just how long it took to actually get to the good stuff. Outside of that, there was really, really, really good content in the presentation. So at first I was kind of down on it, but after watching it again, I actually thought it wasn't really bad at all. And the guy, Suda, the translator messed that up. But that's a No More Heroes game coming to Nintendo Switch. So that's freaking awesome. That's really, really good. So yeah, man. So what do you guys think about it? I know some of you guys are going or talking about some of the stuff already. Talking about Sony's patent where they copied the Nintendo Switch. Well, I mean, I guess that patent was from 2015, right? So maybe they got the beat. Maybe they're trying to get the really, really, really easy, like, quick beat on what Nintendo was doing. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that a lot of gamers, like when talking about like 1-2 Switch, a lot of gamers don't understand like that can be like a really cool party game for like a family. Like for me, I think 1-2 Switch, is it going to be something that I buy like day one? Probably not. But will I get it at some point? Yeah, I'll get 1-2 Switch at some point, so I can play with my daughter, so I can play with my family. So it'll be good for that. It'll be like a good drinking game as well. If you lose, take a shot. So I think that would be a good. I mean, I don't drink, but if I did, then definitely, yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe I'm around sometimes people that drink, so that'd be a cool game to play. But yeah, man, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about all that. Yeah, some people, TD was saying last month's Switch presentation was great, B- overall. Well, the way that the internet reacted, they made it seem as if it was the worst presentation like ever. And then when Nintendo uploaded the presentation to their official channel, like it has way more likes than dislikes. Usually you can tell if Nintendo fans dislike something, they will dislike it. Like the Zelda DLC, they dislike the hell out of that. You know what I'm saying? And like, what else? The Metroid Prime Federation Force, they dislike the hell out of that as well. But like the Nintendo Switch presentation, I think a lot of Nintendo fans actually really liked it. And I think it was a lot of, I mean, there were Nintendo fans that said that the presentation was trash and they didn't like the presentation. But I think that's because of the beginning of it. If you look at if you look at everything pretty much from ARMS and down, it was actually really good. They just went from game to game. Each developer came out, talked about their game for a few minutes, then went back. It was just the beginning. The pacing was just a little slow because everyone was like, okay, yeah, we already know about, Joy-Cons. That's great. Get to the games, So I just think people were just a little upset on how long it actually took to get to the games. Outside of that, it was actually really good. I watched the whole thing again. Actually wasn't bad at all, man. It was good. I think it was a solid B conference, B. I'd give it like just a solid B. I mean, I think after the presentation, I think I gave it like a D, or maybe I gave it like a C-. I know I didn't give it a favorable score, but it's like, just to let you know, like the human brain, like you enjoy something, like let's say you watch something, you'll enjoy it more the second or third time through. Like if it's like a movie or something, I'm not sure if any of you guys have like dealt with that. You might hate something more, but usually like if you enjoy a movie, if you watch a movie for the first time and you don't really quite understand what's going on, or maybe there's some issues and then you watch it again like 2 or 3 times, you might like it a little bit more. So I think that's what with the Nintendo Switch presentation, you know, that's kind of how things went down, you know. So yeah, Minty Ninty says, yeah, honestly, the only reason why I'm buying 1-2 Switches for the drinking purposes. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a fun game on that one, you know. Yeah, the PlayStation swap. Yeah, the PlayStation swap. Hashtag boycott Nintendo cancel my pre-order because Me Maker has no iconic music. Yeah, seriously, you got to make sure. Yo, let's talk about those leaks though, guys. Like, what'd you guys think about those leaks that came out? So, okay, I'm gonna give you guys some information. So Etika from the Etika World Network, really popular YouTube channel. I think he has like over 360 something thousand subscribers. He was saying that he's almost 100% sure that he has definitive, not I would say proof, yes, but he can pretty much confirm that the person who leaked that original Nintendo Switch video has been found out by Nintendo. So the person who leaked that, I guess Nintendo found out who they were. And yeah, they're gonna get the Nintendo ninjas on them. They're gonna be like, whew. There's gonna be some ninjas in that boy's house. So yeah, there might be some. If you never hear from that dude ever again, well, you know what happened to him. Straight up had Koizumi-san, Koizumi-san, and freaking the Prez, man, coming after him with Ninja Mash just like this, just like. Come in and just swipe that dude. Come in through the window, break in, and just take him. He's not coming back, man. Prepare for his funeral. Yeah. He said, Ryan Can says, how are updates going to work though? Will it download to the console or the game card? You ever heard of a Nintendo 3DS that's dying right now? Or a PS Vita? It works exactly how a Nintendo 3DS or PS Vita will work. Come on, guys. There are modern consoles with cartridges. Do you guys know that cartridge technology is actually faster and better than Blu-ray discs? I mean, I'm just letting you guys know this. Like, people think that Microsoft and Sony just use such top-notch or it's just the best technology ever. Guys, like this technology, big, clunky, the discs inside these systems, by the way, are huge. Like a disc drive is really big. It's really loud. You know what I'm saying? Like the technology behind discs are so old and outdated. Cartridge technology, modern cartridge technology is much better. That's exactly why Sony went from the PS, like remember PSP? PSP used spinning discs, UMDs. Sony went from spinning discs to cartridges because they realized in a handheld system, you know what I'm saying? And also for loading times and all that, cartridge technology is much better. So Sony went from UMDs to cartridges because they know that cartridges is better. At this point, cartridge technology is definitely better. Definitely better than disc technology, especially with these install times. The read and write speeds are much, or the read speeds are much faster. Games are going to load faster. Games are don't need to install the games at all. So yeah, man. I mean, Nintendo says Nintendo get working on 64 gigabyte cartridges. I don't think they really need 64 gigabyte cartridges at this point. I mean, until we actually see, said Total Biscuit. Who's Total Biscuit? Oh, I think he's a YouTuber. He's like a really popular YouTuber, isn't he? But I mean, whatever. Some gamers don't understand. Some gamers will defend. They will defend whatever's popular till like forever. Like they'll defend sitting there and installing games all day like it's a PC. They'll defend it. I mean, if you want to play PC, then play PC. That was one of the reasons why I didn't like playing PC. That I got into PC gaming back like in not like early PC gaming. Like I used to play Doom and all that back in the day, like Wolfenstein. But like I got into like modern PC gaming back like in 2011, 2012. And one of the things that I hated was that it was taking up all my space on my hard drive. So like PS3, 360, I was like, yeah, great. You know, these systems, they don't do that. And then Microsoft and Sony went back to that. So, I mean, it's like, whatever. Yeah, Total Biscuit's he's like a huge YouTuber. I think I've watched some of his, I know I've watched some of his videos before. I know I watched some of his videos. So yeah, I think I did my breakdown. I talked about indoctrinated gamers. So I'll go ahead and I'll answer some questions. If you guys have questions or just general comments, I will definitely do that. Dang, that didn't take me that long. It's only 8:08. I started this like a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Who's getting a 128 gigabyte micro SD card? Newegg has them. Scan this for $40. Exactly. The thing about Nintendo's memory, unlike like big bulk memory, like a 2 terabyte hard drive and all that, like you can get some pretty good prices on SD cards. So yeah, 64 gigabyte cards do already exist. It's just a matter of Nintendo actually using them. Minty Ninty says, do you think Nintendo has any features unannounced? And what do you think they might be? Oh, Nintendo has features unannounced. The thing about it is this is what Nintendo's doing. Like I did a video on this, and guys, just hold your questions for now because this might take a little bit longer for me to answer. But I did a video on this. Nintendo, here's the problem. With the Wii U, Nintendo released the Wii U, and it had all this stuff. It had YouTube, it had Hulu, it had all these apps, it had everything, but Nintendo had to have an update at the launch to do it. And that also caused a lot of problems for the slowness of the console and different things. Nintendo would have been much better off to roll these features out. And it would have been better if Nintendo pretty much shipped with the console being ready to go, then maybe a smaller update, then release apps as they in a flow, instead of making everyone download everything from day one and have everything there. So I think it's better for Nintendo to get the system out as far as the core package. Everyone knows like Nintendo fans that want Zelda are just going to buy it. They're not going to care what features it comes with at this point. And then week by week, add in features to where people don't have these huge downloads or anything like that. Add in features week by week, test them, make sure your OS still runs really good, because that was another problem with the Wii U, is that the OS was so slow because of everything that was kind of packed in. So just make sure the OS runs good and release features, monthly or every single couple weeks, release some new features and just roll things out slowly instead of packing everything into one and bogging everything down, or having everyone bum rush the freaking the online stores to buy all these, to download all these things. So I think that's a better option, doing what they did with the Wii U, which caused a massive issue for many people. Some people, when you're trying to download, their internet was so slow that it would just stayed there and downloading, and they just really couldn't play. Some people's Wii U's crashed during the downloads and it messed up their whole system. So like, let's say you were downloading that big update for the Wii U day one. If for some reason it wasn't downloading and you unplugged your system, that bricked your system right then and there. So there were a number of issues with having all that stuff ready there. So it's better off if Nintendo just chills a bit, release a quick, fast, light OS, then roll out features in the coming weeks so your whole system doesn't break or people don't have those issues, day one. So yeah. Yeah, thanks for moderating a bit, guys. Guys, you need to watch your watch your language, please, guys. Yeah, it's okay, dude. It's okay. His language was a bit bad. You can't, guys, be respectful. Don't be talking to people like that. Don't be using that type of language. We're very inclusive here at PlayerEssence. We don't discriminate on color, race, age, sexual orientation, any of that stuff. So I'm not about that at all. Okay, let me just tell you, I'm not. PlayerEssence is not about that, and I don't condone any of that crap. I'm actually really against that stuff when people do that. So yeah. OJ, what happened to the tips and tricks? That's going to be coming. Tips and tricks will be coming back once the Nintendo Switch comes out, and there's some games like Bomberman and stuff like that. I'll definitely be bringing back tips and tricks to the channel. Let's see here. Jumpman, can you repeat your question? Are you going to be at this one comes from Geek? Are you going to be at E3 this year? I'm probably not going to be at E3 this year because it's a waste of time to go to E3 for myself. For a news channel, it's just not worth it. Maybe if I had more than one employee working for me, I would, but it's just me by myself, so it's just not worth going. There's too much preferential treatment, and plus the public gets to go this year. There's people buying tickets. I'm not waiting 3 hours in line for crap, and I'm not doing it. So it doesn't make sense for me to go to E3 anymore until I get behind the scenes treatment like some of the other media members. And until I get that, I'm not going back to E3. I miss your website, bro. It was great. Yeah, I miss it too. I actually still haven't been able to fix my website yet. Like there's an issue with my SQL. I don't know if any of you guys know SQL language or SQL databases, but I'm having an issue with SQL. I've been trying to fix it myself. I'm a very basic SQL user. I do know how to use SQL, but I am not a programmer or a database administrator by any means. I've taught myself it, and it's kind of difficult to use. But yeah, there's some issues with my sequel, so that's why I'm having problems with my website right now. Like, okay, Jesus Christ, we've got some people really angry. Renee Avery, Jesus Christ, very racist rant by her. Well, you can screw off, freaking unknown loser. Let's see here. What else? GameStop sellout. What do you talk about GameStop sellout? Like with what? Like the Switch? SQL is a database. SQL. SQL for you can call it SQL or you can call it SQL. It's a database that many people use for storing data, obviously, to where you can manipulate data, you can store data, you can analyze the data, you can switch things out, you can delete things, storage memory, things like that. So I know how to use it a little bit, but I'm having issues with my like it's been overloaded. And even though that I deleted some queries that were causing a lot of different like memory blips, like there's like a bunch of queries in some of my apps that I had in there, or more like WordPress plugins. I deleted a lot of the queries, but my website still doesn't work, even though I deleted a lot of those queries. So I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see here. What if you get to 100K subscribers? Will you decide to go to E3 then? If Nintendo starts giving me like some, better treatment, like on getting some behind the scenes on their games and stuff, and if they start, once Nintendo starts inviting me to actually be a part of their E3 stuff, like they do like Pro Jared or they do like, the other YouTubers, then I'll start going to E3. And once Nintendo starts treating me like that, I'm only at the level with Nintendo to where they might give me a review code here and there, but sometimes they might not give me a review code. It just depends. So I'm at that level. I'm not big enough. Good news is, since I've been focusing on my YouTube a lot more, I'm definitely on track to hit 100K, maybe not this year, next year, or the year after. But if I continue going the way that I'm going, I'll definitely hit 100K at some point. I'm hoping maybe not this year or next year, but maybe by 2 years from now, I'll be at 100K. But yeah, at the rate that I'm going, I definitely should reach there, before too long, maybe a few years, All right, so you guys can bring the questions coming. What do you think the chances are for VR to come to Switch? I think it's pretty high, Sean. Definitely, it's pretty high. How long will the stream last? I'll probably stream for like another 20 minutes or so, asking you guys these questions. What happened to my website? Like I said, the SQL queries. I'm having issues with the database of SQL. Okay, can we freaking? Why are there so many racists in the chat? Like, why are there so many racist people in the chat today? Jesus Christ! I guess the bigger you get, the more racist people get. But it's all good. You'll be at 100K by 2018. Maybe the end of 2018. Yeah, maybe. Is Super Bomberman R worth $49.99? Probably not. I'm buying mine for like, I think mine is $31 because I'm a Best Buy Gamers Club. So yeah, I'm buying mine for $31. It's definitely not a $50 game. That's a little harsh. Let's see here. Let's see here. He said, sorry if I spammed this, but the Switch leaker has been caught. Of course, he was already dead to begin with. Oh my God, more mods needed. I agree, more mods are needed. So who wants to be a mod? Who comes to my live streams a lot? Am I skipping your questions? I'm sorry, Jumpman. There's so many questions going by. There's over 200 people watching. So, I mean, Bomberman might be worth $50. I mean, there's a lot of content in there. It just depends. Like, we need to get the final, product. So sorry, Jumpman. Ask your question again, dude. I'm sorry. I'll be a mod. Who actually comes to my streams a lot, though? I need someone who actually comes to my streams. Excuse me. So what do you think of the PlayStation prototype? Hey, what up, 219 Gary, Indiana? What up? Make sure you guys go subscribe to her channel. She does some, Miss K does some awesome stuff. What do I think about it? Well, it's just a patent, so I think it's interesting. Sony's definitely making sure that they have their bases covered. If this Nintendo Switch turns out to be a really popular thing, then definitely Sony's going to want to get into that with maybe a PlayStation Vita 2 and sell that to their PlayStation customers. Maybe they have functionality with the PS4 to where you have the same library. I don't know how they're going to make it affordable. Maybe they wait. I think that's probably the biggest thing to do is just wait till the technology gets cheaper, and then release it. So yeah. Nintendo Examiner. I know. Yeah, I know you come to my streams, Nintendo Examiner. I'm gonna put this person as a. There you go. Okay, Nintendo Examiner. You're also a moderator as well. Okay. What a blood OG. Okay, I'm not a blood OG, but it's all good. I watch most of your videos. Yeah, I got 2, so I'll probably make some more at some point too. All right, so Jumpman, I see your question. Now, Jumpman. How would third-party devs compress their games for Switch? Easy, uncompressed or compress the audio. A lot of the times, the audio files are really big on a lot of these games, so audio compression is probably the easiest way to get it done. Let's see here. Senpai noticed me. I did notice you. I noticed all of you guys. You guys are all special. Antonio Cunningham. What up, Antonio Cunningham? What do you think about the rumor that Smash is coming to the Switch? It's a rumor, but that's pretty much happening. I've talked about this many times. Smash Bros. I think they're going to port Smash Bros. 4 to Nintendo Switch, but they're going to add a lot of content to it. Maybe all the stuff that the 3DS had. They're going to add content. I think they're going to add Ice Climbers and a couple other characters. So yeah, I definitely think that's coming. Does anyone else think Snipper Clips looks like a mobile game? I'm not sure. A mobile game in what way? The graphics are definitely not like amazing, but they're very clean and nice, and it's a different type of game. I don't know. Snipper Clips, that seems like a game that would be more fun to play with someone right next to you, not in a mobile fashion, like touching, like pressing, and then But hey, I mean, who knows? What's a good snack to eat after 8 p.m.? Is it Advances says a good snack to eat after 8 p.m. I mean, you can have I guess I like grilled vegetables. Grilled vegetables are really good, sauteed. I also like maybe like a piece of fruit after 8 p.m. Maybe some like apples and like a little bit of like peanut butter. Maybe even like apples and a little bit of caramel dip. There's a lot of good snacks. But yeah, I usually have like sauteed veggies or like some fruit. Goodness gracious, these questions are coming in so much. Okay. Why don't you have a donation thing on? I sent you a donation and mod me. Okay. All right, I'll mod you. Thanks for the donation. I'm sorry, I didn't know people were actually going to donate. People never usually donate, and I never really go out there and ask for donations too much. I mean, sometimes I'll be like, hey, if you want to donate to help out the channel, definitely donate. But yeah, I do have a donation thing, guys. If you want to donate, if you look in the description below, if you donate, I'll definitely give you guys shout out. So Magic Tech, make sure you check out his channel, Magic Tech. He's awesome. He does a lot of mobile stuff with his phones and all of that. I actually really like his channel. I'm subscribed myself, and he does live streams as well. So make sure you check out Magic Tech Review on the YouTube and also on Twitter as well. Thanks for that, man. I do appreciate your donation. Hold up, let me see here. Okay, Lawson Whitford, Mr. PEOJ. When will new Metroid games come out? I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Metroid at this year's E3. That's what I think. Maybe a 2018 release. Ryan Joseph, do you think we could get Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Switch? If the Switch sells extremely well, like more than what anybody would have thought it would sell, EA will port it to the Nintendo Switch. Fuego says nachos. Nachos are good, but they're so unhealthy for you. Brian Frampton, so do you think that the Nintendo has X1 or P1? I don't know what the P1 is. I know what an X1 Tegra chip, so I'm thinking that it probably has like the X1 in there. Jason No Say says eat chicken nuggets. I agree. Tyson chicken nuggets for the win. Can't speak. Blandrew, what up, Blandrew? Snipper Clips actually looks fun. It does. Looks fun actually. Yeah, it does. Grilled vegetables. Yeah, grilled veggies are good. Yummy vegetables. They are good. Sauteed tastes really good. Fluffles Gaming. Each Nintendo console since N64 had its own unique Smash release. I think we can be looking at a new version. You're right, but I I don't know. It just depends. You're right. It could be a brand new version. You know, it could be, but people said the same thing about like the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They're like, oh well, each Zelda has its own like Zelda for each console. Like, you know, like there's no way that the Breath of the Wild is coming to the Nintendo Switch. And what happened? It came to Nintendo Switch. So I wouldn't necessarily rest on those laurels. You know what I'm saying? Niners, go Niners. 219 Gary Indiana says, by the way, I liked how you explained the chat app in one of your vids. Very informative. Chat app. I don't Ms. K, what are you talking about? What chat app? I forgot. I do so many videos, sometimes I forget what I do. So if you want to explain to me what I actually said, that would be great. P1 is Pascal. Oh, okay, I got it. Technically the X2. I think it's a custom chip. I think it's a custom chip with text with modifications to it. Maybe it's somewhere in between. I don't think it's a stock P1 or a stock X1. It's a completely custom chip that Nintendo's optimized for gaming. So it's not going to be the exact same thing as an X1. It's not going to be the exact same thing as a P1. It's going to be something that is unique to Nintendo, that's completely customized with brand new APIs like NVIDIA said. So I'm going to just believe what NVIDIA says on the matter, that it's a custom chip and that it's not necessarily one thing or another. That's like stock. The Game Master 21. Hey, OJ. Oh, sorry, my bad. I can't read. Hey, what's up, OJ? Do you think the chances, or what do you think the chances of us getting a new Wave Race or for Nintendo Switch? Maybe. I'm not sure. Probably like 50%. I'm just guessing though. Captain, my Captain. Hi. Okay, I'm a Switch supporter, getting it day one, and I'm super excited for it. But with all the Scorpio coming up and Sony making their PlayStation Switch, do you think the next gen is upon us? Well, we'll see about the PlayStation Switch. We don't know what's going on with that. And Scorpio is definitely, from what I understand, it's definitely like a next generation machine that is backwards compatible. That's what Scorpio is looking like. It's a next generation machine that's backwards compatible. It's nearly, I think it's almost 6 times stronger than the Xbox One. So, I mean, it's 6 teraflops, and we're just talking about raw computing power. The Xbox One is 1.31 teraflops. The Xbox Scorpio was 6 teraflops. So 5, you know what I'm saying, like a little bit, like 5 times more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a lot. So yeah, it's definitely more of a next generation machine than it is a last generation machine, but it's somewhat in between because it has a processor. We think that has to be compatible with the Xbox One, so you could bottleneck your Xbox Scorpio games. So it's interesting. But like I said, I'm no tech expert or anything like that. Hold up, let's see here. My uncle does work at Nintendo. King Bradbury, Breath of the Wild is essentially a Wii U game that they need to add in Nintendo Switch features. They should it should be delayed, to be honest. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. Like a lot of people are buying the Switch at launch because it has Breath of the Wild. I don't think they should delay it for the Wii U, so they can add Nintendo Switch features. Just add an update or just work on a new Zelda game that has all that. But do not delay that game in order for adding Switch features when you need people to buy the system at launch. Don't do it, because look, I'll tell you something. The reason why they shouldn't, that would be repeating their mistakes with the Wii to the Wii U. When the Wii was coming out, or when Skyward Sword was coming out, I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? This game should probably come out on the Wii U. Like they should probably delay it. They've already delayed it like a bunch of times. They should probably just delay it again till next year and dual release it on the Wii and the Wii U. They should just do that. I don't care about the motion controls, whatever. Make it work. And they probably should just delay it. And they didn't do it. They released it in 2011, and that was a mistake that came back to bite them in the butt, because they had nothing on that system at launch for people to really get excited about. For the core Nintendo fans, they had a 2D Mario game, which they'd already been releasing a lot of different 2D Mario games. They already released New Super Mario Bros. 2. People were already playing that so much. Then they released a mini game collection with Nintendo Land. And then where was that big core game? You know what I'm saying? The Wii launched with the Zelda game, and that was good. That was a good idea. And it launched with the casual game. So I don't agree with that one bit, because that would have been bad for day one sales, or the first sales, and that would have repeated the same mistake they made from the Wii to the Wii U. So I don't agree with that at all. I don't know how to say your name. Is it Nuff Dalza? I'm sorry. I'm horrible at pronunciation. Good morning. 4 a.m. here in the UK. Do you think there could be future Mario Kart 8 DLC? It does look pretty thin on the battle mode courses. There could be. I mean, there could be. We'll see. Or maybe they're working on a brand new one. But I mean, I think there could be. But I don't think the battle mode obviously is an important thing. But Mario Kart 8 is definitely there just to get online. It's there for online, and it's there for a big game to have that they can do quickly, that they can get out there quickly. And Mario Kart 8 sold so much. And they probably felt that Mario Kart 8 should have sold more because the Wii U just didn't sell. So that's why that game is coming so early. But yeah, I mean, it could get it. I don't think battle mode courses necessarily there needs to be a ton of them. There just needs to be a few that are good, and then people will play that. Leo says, "Why haven't they announced Smash for Switch? Like, come on." Well, they haven't announced it yet because they've already announced Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda, ARMS. They already have a bunch of new games yet. There's no reason to announce it, and if it's not ready yet, why announce it at this point? Wait till E3 or wait till a little bit later to when it's more going to be in the release schedule, and then you can announce the game. But there's just no reason to do it right at this point. There's no reason to announce it. They don't need to announce every single game that they have. You know what I'm saying? Like there's games that they have that they're waiting to announce just because they've already announced a bunch of different games. So you gotta wait on certain things. You can't announce everything that you got. Let's see here. I'm trying to go through, guys. I know I'm taking forever. Maxwell or Pascal, I don't care, to be honest. I really don't care. Make Nintendo great again. Nintendo's always been great for the most part. They've had a few miscues, but they're always a great company that makes good games. Leo, why have it? Okay, I already read that question. Going through. I don't think Smash will get anything new because Sakurai making a big deal about no more DLC. I wouldn't listen to what Sakurai is saying. I don't think Sakurai's even working on the Smash Bros. Wii U game, or sorry, Smash Bros. Nintendo Switch game. I don't think he's even working on it. Maybe as an advisor, but I don't think he's even working on it. Do you think Switch will get a new Marvel game since Square is making it and more information in 2018? Maybe. Will the Bends make a return to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I might have skipped some of you guys' questions. I'm sorry. What do you know about WCW versus NWO World Tour on the N64? I know all about that game, man. I used to play that game a lot when I was a kid. The good lefty. Nintendo is really strategic with the Switch. Yes, they are. Are you going to E3? Ryan Joseph asked, no, I'm not going to E3 at this point. Dave J asked, what subgenres of RPGs do you like the most? Like third-person shooter, like action RPG. I'd probably say that's like the subgenre, like Mass Effect style. That's what I like the most. Let's see here. Lawson Whitford, new Star Fox, maybe by Retro. Retro, you are the only hope for Metroid or Star Fox. Yeah, maybe. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna scroll down. Okay, I probably missed a lot of questions, but I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom here. You said the Switch leaker caught. Okay. WWE No Mercy 4-player on the Switch. There we go. What's your favorite controller? My favorite controller. A little dusty, but my favorite controller. Sorry, there's a lot of dust there. I got to dust off my Wii U controller, my Pro controller. Favorite controller. If you're just talking about Wii U by itself, then I guess it's this one. It's 80 hours on one charge. So I'd probably say this, and I'd probably say like a close like tie is probably the Xbox One controller. They're both very good. If you're talking about specialty for like what's my favorite controller for a particular game, I would say the GameCube controller for Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, because Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U is my favorite game on the Wii U. So, and I use this controller. So yeah, those are my favorite controllers. Let's see here. Sorry guys, I'm probably skipping some questions here. Is there anywhere that I could still pre-order the Switch? If you're in the UK, I think so, but I don't know where you're at, so you have to tell me where you're at first. Will GTA 5 come to the Switch? I mean, it'll come to the Switch if the Switch sells extremely well, probably. I mean, that's the only way that I think. T-Dude asks, how would you feel if Epic Games were to develop a Metroid tournament game powered by Unreal 4.15 only on the Switch? I think that would be a really dumb idea. Not dumb idea, but I just don't think that that's the right way to go about Metroid. I don't want to see an Unreal Tournament style Metroid game with I don't I don't necessarily want to see that. I want to see a big open world or big expansive world Metroid game with new equipment, new power-ups, being able to travel to different planets on your ship, maybe a little bit of ship or space combat in there as well. Side quests to hunt down, like, because Samus is a bounty hunter, right? So then maybe we should have some actual bounties in the game. So maybe we can track down bounties. Maybe there's secret bounties. Maybe there's bounties that you can only get on New Game Plus. Like, that's the type of Metroid game that I want to see. I don't want to see a linear Metroid game. I don't want to see a cookie cutter Metroid game. I want to see a Metroid game that takes the conventions of Metroid and turns it upside down. Let's turn Samus into a real bounty hunter, not this space-faring lady that does weird puzzles and rolls into a ball for like 50% of the game. I mean, that stuff is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like Metroid. I like it, but she's a bounty hunter. So give us a bounty hunter game. You know what I'm saying? Give us a real bounty hunter game. It seems like the Metroid games, they play up how she's a bounty hunter, and then like when it comes to actually hunting any bounties, it's nowhere to be found. You're rolling into balls and you're solving weird puzzles, and you're shooting your arm cannon a million times at big bosses, and like I want to see some real bounties in this thing. I want to see expansive worlds. I want to see her using her ship like a bounty hunter would. I want a real bounty hunter game with Samus, and you can put in the puzzles and you can put those things in. But I do want that, like, that real bounty hunter game, The bounty's the main mission. Yeah, guys, come on. Like, let's be real here. It's not, I mean, you're not getting money. Bounty hunters, they make money. Like, you never earned a damn dime in Metroid. Not that we can spend. I mean, if I'm a bounty hunter, I expect to be paid. Where are you getting paid? I'm not disrespecting Metroid. I'm just saying, like, if you're a bounty hunter, you get paid. You're essentially like a mercenary. You know what I'm saying? I mean, mercenaries get paid to go do something to kill. Bounty hunter, obviously, you see something, like, people put up a money, like, if you do this, you'll get the money for that. So I mean, obviously, it's a little bit different, but like, I'm just saying, like, can we get some real bounties in this? All right, let's see. If Rocksteady made a Metroid game, why would Rocksteady need to make a Metroid game? OJ, the region lock not being on Switch. What's the first game you will download? You know what? At this point, Nintendo's doing a good job of actually making sure. I might download Dragon. I might download Dragon Quest. Okay, I might download Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. I might do that, depending on how far out that game is or not. Let's see here. So Antonio Cunningham says that I left after they went first person. I can't do first person shooting games. I actually like Metroid Prime in first person, but I see what you're saying though. I actually like the third person or the 2D games as well. But does the developing Metroid would be epic? Yeah, it would be interesting, definitely, for sure. It would be interesting. I'm in the USA. Is there anywhere I can pre-order? Dude, there's nowhere you can pre-order. And if you're in the USA, it's sold out everywhere. There's nowhere you can pre-order. You waited way too long. But what you can do, though, you can go to, I would probably say that your best bet is to go to Toys R Us. Go to Toys R Us on March 2nd, Thursday. Whatever you're doing, cancel it and go out there and wait, and you'll get one at Toys R Us. Go out there on March 2nd. I'd probably say in the morning. Early morning, March 2nd, go to Toys R Us and wait. Bring a tent. Bring a bag, bring a pillow, bring something, and just sit your butt down. Bring your 3DS, bring like some portable charging, sit your butt down and wait till it launches. That's your best bet, is to go to Toys R Us. I wouldn't go to GameStop or anything like that, because chances are you're not going to get one there. Go to Toys R Us and wait. All right, what other questions we got here, guys? Any chance of Paperboy on the Switch? Maybe Virtual Console. From Software take on Metroid would be dope. I agree, that would be dope. Do you think that the Switch launch is lacking? In my opinion, I was expecting a bit better since they jumped ship from Wii U so early. Breath of the Wild. Whoa. Where'd that go? I was reading a comment, then it like disappeared. But anyway, he was saying that he's expecting a little bit more. Okay, here we go. In my opinion, I was expecting a bit better since they jumped ship from Wii U so early. Breath of the Wild is great. It is a Wii U game, and Mario Kart 8 is a port and not even ready. I wouldn't say that it's not ready. I'm pretty sure that Mario Kart 8 is already ready, but they're just releasing content, so you have content every single month. They don't want to put everything at launch, because that's what they did with the Wii U and the Wii U failed. They put everything they got at launch. They put every single third-party game out there, and then there was no games after that. And people were like, okay, well, what do I buy down at this point? So I'm pretty sure Mario Kart 8 is done because Nintendo said that Super Mario Odyssey is pretty much done. They could have probably made Super Mario Odyssey for launch. That game is essentially done, or they could have had it way sooner, but they're holding on to it for the fall. So I'd probably say that Mario Kart 8 is done as well, but Nintendo is being smart about it because they could probably have Mario Kart 8 at launch. They could probably even have ARMS at launch if they really wanted to, but it's not about that. It's, well, maybe not ARMS at launch because they still have a little bit more time on that, but it's not about that. It's about releasing content in a good schedule because, like I said, the Wii U released everything in one go, and then what happened? You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you have games over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like each month, you got to have good games. So that's the reason why they're doing that. And if you look at their first year lineup, it actually, you know, you're saying that, oh, well, they cut off the Wii U early. Look at their first year lineup. It consists of Xenoblade Chronicles X2, it consists of Splatoon 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, Super Mario Odyssey. We have a lot of games. That's just a good amount of games right then and there. I mean, we talked about some of the other stuff on here as well. You know what I'm saying? They've got a lot of good stuff in addition to third-party games as well. Plus, they have ARMS. Plus, they have Mario Kart. So, I mean, that first-year lineup that they're doing is a lot better than the Wii U's first-year lineup. I mean, to make that many first-party games, I don't think you guys understand. I think gamers don't understand how difficult it is to launch 9 first-party games, maybe even more, in one calendar year. They are essentially launching 9 first-party games, if everything comes out the way it's supposed to, in 1 year. That is extremely hard from a first-party development studio, and that is a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of resources. Like, that is an extremely, like, a lot. Microsoft and Sony don't even come close to that. Like, they don't even come close to releasing 9 first-party games in 1 year. Big first-party games. We're not talking, like, small stuff here. I'm talking, like I said, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, like just a ton of like big name games. I mean, they even have smaller ones like Snipper Clips 1-2 Switch. So they've got a lot of games, and there might even be more this year that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what Nintendo's been doing, making sure that they have a full year's lineup and not blowing everything at launch. Because why are you going to do that again? That's the wrong way to do it. So yeah. But I see what you're trying to say. Zelda is enough for me, though. They got Zelda and they got Super Bomberman R. Nintendo also helped make that game as well. They went to Konami and Hexadrive to make Super Bomberman R. So to me, if you've got 2 games that are worth buying at launch, the launch is worth it for me. They got Bomberman, they got Zelda, so I'm happy. Let's see here. What other questions do we have here? He said in March, we're getting a bunch of heavy hitters, Zelda, Shovel Knight, Snake Pass. I mean, yeah, it just depends on what you feel is a big game or not. I mean, March is pretty good. I mean, if you look at it, we're also getting Fast Racing RMX. So we're getting that Fast RMX from Shinin. We're also getting Snake Pass in March. We're getting Shovel Knight in March. We're getting quite a bit of games. We're probably getting Snipper Clips in March. We're getting I Am Setsuna at launch. I mean, there's a number of games to play at launch. I don't think the launch is bad by any means. And I think the first month lineup, destroys the Wii U's. The Wii U had a bunch of like bad third-party ports, and the Nintendo Switch actually has quality third-party. They're indie games, but definitely better quality. Like, I'm more excited to play Fast RMX than I am to play Mass Effect 3 Special Edition on the Wii U. Like, that was a launch title, or like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. I mean, I'm more excited to play Fast RMX, and I'm more excited to play like Super Bomberman than I am to play third-party ports that were released on other systems. So, but that's just my opinion on the matter. It's over 9,000. How excited are you for Monster Hunter 1080p on a big screen? I'm not a big Monster Hunter fan, but I will buy it just to support them. PlayerEssence, what is a game/movie you hated as a kid that you like now? I would probably say a series or like a show that I hated as a kid was Seinfeld. I didn't understand Seinfeld, don't understand it, didn't like it. But then when I watched it later, I was like, this show's hilarious because I understand the humor. Another thing, Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken came out when I was a teen, but when I was an early teen, I was like, this is stupid, you know? And then later when I watched Robot Chicken, I was like, this is hilarious. So Robot Chicken is also another one. In terms of movies, I don't watch movies much. I'm trying to look over at my movie collection. It's really slim. Or games. Really, most of the time, like when I like a game, you know? So I don't know if there's any games or anything like that. But yeah, Robot Chicken and Seinfeld were probably two two shows that I hated when I was younger, but then I actually really like at this point. So yeah. Let's see here. No, Nintendo Switch Pro controllers have digital triggers, not analog. Andrew B. Do you think the Nintendo Switch will have a large library of Japanese visual novels in year 1 or 2 similar to Vita? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll probably have some. Do you like South Park? I think South Park is okay, but it's not like I like watch it every single night or anything like that. If you could have one third-party game ported to Nintendo Switch, what would it be? One third-party game ported to Nintendo Switch? Mass Effect Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda. I would love to play Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh, my lunch breaks at work. Oh, my God. Man, that would be so dope. That's why developers need to just put their game on Nintendo Switch. Like, put their games on there. I'll buy it for the portability factor. Put your RPGs on there, and I'll buy it. Mass Effect Andromeda is the one game that I want. Is it a big deal? And the only reason why I want it is because the system is portable as well. If the system wasn't portable, if the Nintendo Switch was another standard home console where you can't take it anywhere, I'd be like, whatever, who cares? I have all of them. I have Xbox One, I have PS4, I have a gaming PC. But the fact that I can play Mass Effect Andromeda on the go would make me want it on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to buy the PC version or Xbox One or whatever. I'm going to buy one of the versions, and I would buy the Nintendo Switch version. I would buy both versions of the game. So that's the one game that I want. Did I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? No, I did not. Any chance of a new Sit and Punishment game? Not at this point. I don't think so. Do you think there's a chance that Resident Evil 2 remake comes to Switch? Definitely there's a chance that Resident Evil 2 remake comes to Switch. Mario Jose, why Ganondorf hate internet? I'm not sure. Maybe Internet Falcon, or I don't know, Falcon punched him, or not Falcon punch. That's Captain Falcon, but wizard kick or whatever Ganon's thing is that he does. Do you like John Wick? No, I'm not saying that I don't like John Wick, but John Wick looks cool, but I'm not a big movie person, guys. I don't sit there and watch movies. So it looks cool, though. I want to watch John Wick. I do want to watch it. Do you think I think you're talking about For Honor. You said For Horror will come to Switch. I don't think For Honor will come to Switch. Maybe if it sells extremely well, maybe. Rocket League on Switch, yes, I think that's going to happen at some point. Nintendo and those dudes just need to work out something. EA needs to call Tantalus to port Mass Effect Andromeda for the Switch. I would love for them to port it to the Switch. They do. They really do. Are you okay with Breath of the Wild DLC? Yes, I'm okay with Breath of the Wild DLC. It's fine. It's going to be really good DLC. We're going to see people. Let me tell you guys something with Breath of the Wild DLC. When that DLC drops, when that story DLC drops, that new story DLC, you're going to see people flop back to the other side. You're going to see people flip-flopping. You're going to see people dabbing on that DLC. You are going to see people flip-flopping and dabbing because they know that they were going to be wrong on it. That DLC is going to be hype. It's going to be worth the money that when it comes out. Trust me, watch. You guys will see. When that story DLC comes out this fall, people are going to flip-flop. What up, Terminator Juice? You guys all go subscribe to Terminator Juice? Fantastic channel. Hosts the Juices Loose podcast with a lot of the dudes make Mr. T and all that. What do you think Day One Online will be like on Switch? I think it'll be pretty standard, cut and dry. I think it'll be operated mainly through each game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of connecting features like Xbox Live or PS4. And I think it'll be mainly operated just through in-game, and you can just kind of go into there. If developers want to put voice chat in there, it'll be supported, but it has to be put into the game on there. So I think the online is just going to be pretty basic, standard online. That works and is functional. Let's see here. What else? Essence. I'm sorry. There's a lot of questions here. Essence. Is there able to play Wii U games on Switch? Not at this point, unless they're ported over. Super Let's Drink. Favorite Switch accessory by third parties: bags, cases, Joy-Con attachments, accessories. I haven't really got any third party accessories yet. I think probably I'm going to get like a case with all like the games and stuff. I'm probably going to do that because I'm buying all physical games on Nintendo Switch. So probably something like that would probably be my favorite. 5 Switch games you think will be revealed at E3. Some type of Resident Evil, some type of like LA Noir, New Year. LA, that game, that detective game. That game. Probably Probably a Darksiders game. I think a Darksiders game will be announced, like Darksiders 3. What else? Dark Souls, some type of Dark Souls game, and a new IP in collaboration with Nintendo and a third-party developer working on a new IP together. Are pointer controls confirmed on rail light gun games? Yes, pointer controls are confirmed. World of Goo, you can actually use the pointer, or you can use motion to control the little hand that picks up the goos and connects them. So yeah, those are those are confirmed as well. Dark Souls 3 on Switch, maybe. Do you think Nintendo will launch a new version of the Switch, like 3DS XL small than the original Switch? I think they'll launch new versions of the Switch, but I think there'll be more powerful versions of the Switch as you go along. Check Twitter. I have a surprise for you, man. Are you talking to me? Okay, I'm gonna check Twitter live then, dude. It's better be good if you're telling me to check Twitter live. I hope you tagged me. Okay, it's not in my. I know this guy. I know that's coming out. Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything here. I checked Twitter. Are you talking about questions? Do you think Nintendo will be able to keep up with the demand for the Switch? Eventually. Do you think Nintendo will keep up with the demand? Okay, that's what you want to be. Thanks for tagging me 3 times there. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Fallout 4 for Switch. I don't know. We'll see. VR for Switch. I'm not worried about VR at this point. I don't really care too much. Wait, Dai Nobu? Wait, Nobu. Okay, is that the same Nobu who does my art? Okay, it's that Nobu. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, he's finishing my art. That's why he said I have a surprise for you. Oh, nice. Okay. He's finishing my art. Okay, guys. So Nobu, that's that Nobu. Nobu is my artist. He's the one who's done the art that you see on my channel and my avatar. Like he's done all that. So make sure you guys give shout outs to Nobu. Follow his. I know he has a store. It's in Spanish, I think, though. So Nobu, if you ever get a translated store, let me know, man. And I have no problem pimping out and advertising your content that you sell on there, your t-shirts and all that. But yeah, check out his Twitter as well. Dai Nobu on there. He's a fantastic artist, such a good artist. And one of these days, when I can make enough to actually just do this job, you know what I'm saying? Nobu's definitely going to be on my staff as a like freelance artist, like a normal. Like I'm going to have him on doing stuff normally for me. So yeah, definitely Nobu is awesome. He does art for me all the time. So yeah. All right. So thanks, Nobu. I do appreciate it. He just gave me, because guys, I'm getting another art done by Nobu. So he just showed me the picture and I saw it. It's looking freaking nice. It's looking really good. Good stuff, Nobu. Thanks, man. I appreciate your time. I know you don't have much time to do the art, but man, I really do appreciate it. You gives me good prices too. So, all right, man. Let's see. What else do we got here? I get giddy every time OJ answers my question. Thank you. Big fan. Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for being a subscriber. I can't believe I have 200 people still watching me. I would have never thought. I remember back when I used to do these live streams, man, and I'd have like 20 people watching, maybe 15 to 20 people. And I'm like, man, like nobody's ever going to watch my live streams. Like, and I know 200 isn't like a crazy amount, but I never would have thought like ever, like people, like more than like 20 people would ever watch my live streams. And like now if I live stream, people like watch like crazy. So thanks guys. I really do appreciate it, man. You call me the OG. Yeah, man. It was funny when I was a kid, we used to be part of a group of kids in the neighborhood. It was like it was like a gated community neighborhood, not like really rich or anything. It was just like no, it wasn't gated back then. It's gated at this point. But back when I was a kid, it wasn't gated. But there was like a big wall around it. And it was called the OG Stonewood Crew. That was our name back then as a little kid. Like our little clique was the OG Stonewood Crew. So yeah, I can relate to that a little bit, calling me OG. What else do we got here? Octopath. Heck yeah, Octopath is going to be awesome. Are we going to get a direct before launch? Probably. Rip to the guy who got the Switch early. Nintendo Ninjas incoming. Yeah, those ninjas are incoming. They are definitely incoming. Inglorious bastards. I'm just here for the chicken nuggets. Bruh, I already had some chicken nuggets. They were delicious. And if you guys saw my Twitter, I actually had grilled chicken this time from Tyson. Excuse me. Yo, their grilled chicken is hot too. Their grilled chicken is super good. So yeah, that was good. Hey OJ, are you going to stream Breath of the Wild? Yes, I'll be streaming Breath of the Wild. I'll be streaming Breath of the Wild. Wait, here's my plans for launch. I'll be having an unboxing live. I'll be having an OS tour live. Then I'll be going into the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild live, and then I will finish off with Super Bomberman R live. So you're gonna get, and that's probably gonna be like a 6-hour live stream. You know, I might take a break in between. I might go offline for a little bit and sleep or wake back up. But you're gonna get a really long live stream on launch day. I got work off, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've definitely come a long way since those days with that dude. Yeah, I learned to go. Back then I was kind of immature. I'm kind of old now at this point. You know what's funny though? A lot of the guys that acted so immature back then still act immature and never grew up past like, you know, name calling and doing all that stuff online. Whereas like I'm like they've been like, some of them have tried to like you know, like entice me to get back into that type of like YouTube like channel, and I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. I want my channel to actually grow. If you do stuff like that, your channel's probably not going to grow. If you move past like crumb side, you know, your channel will grow. Like that's just like the fact of the matter. And it wasn't until I moved past that till my channel started growing a lot. So, and plus I started getting old. I'm actually almost 30 at this point. So you just kind of have to grow up at some point. You know, when I first started YouTube and all that was going on, I think I was like 24. You know, or like 23 or 24. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting older, mature, you know. You said you took 5 days off of work for the Switch release. Well, for me, it's releasing on a Friday. So I mean, I'm gonna get off of work early Thursday. I'm gonna get off work early. Oh yeah, and shout outs, guys. I'm going salaried on March 6th. I'm going salary at my job. I'm an hourly employee at this point, but I work so many hours that I get good overtime. But from March 6th and on, I actually got a promotion, and I'll be going salary on March 6th. So I'll be home like at 5 o'clock. I'll be home like at 5:15 to 5:20 because I'm salary, and there's no way in heck I'm staying till 6:30 every single day or 6. So I'll be home earlier to get videos out and stuff. So yeah, man. Like so for me, I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna take an early day on Thursday, and then I'm gonna get ready for the stream. And then, like, you know, I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, you know, off the stream and stuff is cool. So yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you said you're almost 30. You don't look that age. Yeah, I'm definitely almost 30. I'll be turning 30 in a few months. I'll be turning 30. I don't look that age because I don't drink or smoke or do stupid things. That's the reason why I don't look that age. I mean, if you want me to be completely honest, I mean, I've drank before in the past, but like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do like high stressful activities. I don't, you know, do crazy stuff. I don't do crazy driving. I'm a defensive driver. Like, I don't have a ton of stress in my life. You know, like I take my life like very cautiously. I value my life, and I make sure to take care of myself. I exercise, I try to eat healthy. Sometimes I don't eat healthy, but I try to eat healthy as much as I can. So, I mean, if you guys saw my brother is like 6 or 7 years old. How old is he? He's 7 years older than me, and he looks my age. Some people think that he's like the younger brother. So like my brother actually looks like we look the same age. Like some people, they can't tell that he's my older brother by like 6 or 7 years. So, I mean, that's just something that kind of runs in my family. All of us kind of look a lot younger, or like we don't look, you know, our ages, just because we all take care of ourselves. So, I mean, that's probably how it's going to be. Because like my brother, like I said, my brother is, you know, he'll be 40 in a few years, and you know, he looks like he honestly, he can go for like 29, no joke. Like he can go for like 28 or 29. So, I'm kid you not. And he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do any of that, you know. And he looks great, you know. He definitely looks great. So yo, OJ, can you grow your boss beard back? No, I actually can't grow my beard back. The reason why I can't grow my beard back is because I'll tell you guys the reason why I shaved my beard and why it's going to stay, because I actually shaved again. I can have this little chin strap thing, but okay, so I was with the consultant. at work. Okay. And remember, my job, it's professional. It's business professional. I got to wear a button up. You know, I got to wear a nice jacket or like a pea coat. You know, sometimes I wear ties. And I was with a consultant eating lunch with this consultant. I took the consultant out to lunch, and I went to put some ketchup on like my fries, and I ate my fries, and I swear I could not tell, but a big old thing of ketchup got in my freaking mustache, and I couldn't even tell. And the dude didn't tell me that there was a bunch of ketchup in my mustache for like 10 minutes. So I'm sitting there, okay, with a guy that makes like 6 figures, okay? This guy, I just got him a new job working. He makes like a ton of money. He's highly professional. And I have a big glob of ketchup in my freaking mustache, you know, for like 10 minutes. I've never been so embarrassed. Like, I just know, so I'm like, oh my God, I got ketchup in my mustache. You know what I'm saying? So no mustache, no beard, because there's sometimes like there's like lint in my beard at times. Like if I like put on a sweater and I don't notice it's like lit. So I got to be more professional at my job. I got to take my job really seriously because I am going salary. And once you're a salaried employee, they really expect a little bit more of you because, you know, you've made the company quite a bit of money. So yeah, so I'm going to be more professional, and not that the beard isn't professional, but it's just more professional to not have a beard at this type of job that I have. So that's the reason why I'm shaving my beard and my mustache, and it's not coming back for a very long. As long as I'm at this job that I have, it's not coming back. So yeah. I did think the beard was cool. Yeah, I mean, it was, but still, you just can't have that, man. Can't have that. Yeah, ketchup, exactly. I can't grow a beard either, being in the military. Oh, you're in the military? Yo, man, shout outs to the military. I respect you dudes, man. I respect you guys a lot, man. So good stuff, dude. Good stuff. And we appreciate everything that you do being in the military, especially from PlayerEssence here. All right. What do you do for a job? What do I do for a job? I am a recruiter. I'm a technical recruiter. I call people that are looking for opportunity. Well, I get a job requirement. I look at the job requirement. I'm like, okay, this person needs this, this, and this. I go into our database. I try to find people that are in our database. We pull from different like sites like Career Builder, all the different sites, and I get their information. I call them and say, hey, man, I think, you know, what are you looking for in your career? How do you want to advance your career? What do you want to do? What type of pay are you looking for? So I kind of understand what they're looking for. And then once I like understand what they're looking for, I can say, hey, I have this job opportunity that I think is a good fit for you because it's paying this amount, it's doing this, this is what it can do for you. And then I try to get them to take that job. And then once they take that job, we get paid from that customer, the company, in order for that. And then I get a cut of that in addition to base pay and salary pay. And then I get that on a thing that we do. So, and you know, so it's somewhat of a sales job, but internally I'm a recruiter. I mean, in basic terms, I'm a recruiter, but I'm a recruiter for specialized talent, you know, so yeah. I've watched you since you roasted Adam Sessler. Oh God, don't remind me of Adam Sessler roasting, please don't remind me of that. Oh man, I'm 51. Oh dude, 51 years young. I'm 19. When you're 100 years old, so you're old, but you're turning 30 years old. You're young adult, middle age is 50 years old. Yeah, that's true. I'm not like old for real, but like, you know, in like video game terms, I guess people would think like 30 is old, you know, so. Hey, OJ, remember the Switch teaser trailer? I do. You are an agent? I'm not an agent. No, I'm a recruiter. That's just basically, I'm a recruiter for specialized IT talent. So that's really what I am. I watched your vids when you had 3K subs. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. Respect gained a sub. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I thought, you know, most people that come to these live streams are already my subscribers. But if you're talking to me, thank you. I do appreciate you subscribing. Wait, your live stream on the Nintendo Switch reveal. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, that's what you're talking about. This is my favorite video from you, OJ. Okay, so like, so like when me and Super Metal Dave were live streaming, and then we're like, we were all making fun of the fact that Eurogamer was gonna be wrong, and then like the trailer launched, and like, and like we see the guy playing Zelda, like, oh, okay, yeah, Zelda. And then all of a sudden, like, he detaches the controllers, and I'm like, detachable controllers. And then I'm like, and then I'm like, dude, Dave, we're going to freaking get it. I was laughing about the whole thing. I thought it was funny, but like Dave, Super Metal Dave was like, his face was like, he had like this disgusted look on his face. So I was squealing like a little girl. You got to go back and watch. Yo, Dave's face, man. He had like this look on his face was just like in disgust of what he was seeing. He was like, I gotta go back and watch that too, man. That was hilarious. That was absolutely 100% hilarious. If that's your favorite video of mine, I agree. Like that should be people's favorite videos because I watched it myself. I actually watched it with a friend of mine, and he was dying laughing. He's like, man, it's not anything you expected, huh? I'm like, dude, yeah. But I mean, I was a good sport about it. You know, I said, yo, I was wrong. You know, definitely they were right. That's my fault. And man, that's never going to happen again. I'll tell you that right now. I'm never going to go that hard into one court ever again. So we'll see. Where's that? Just look up Nintendo Switch reveal trailer or present. Like just look that up, like Nintendo Switch live stream. If someone can link it, that it can be SMD Salty Face is the best account. Oh yeah, SMD Salt Face or Salt Face SMD. He is a funny. And look, that person used to be a subscriber. That person, whoever is Salt Face or SMD Salt Face, he was a subscriber, or I think it's a she. It might be a she because that same person wrote to me on one of my videos. If you look at the video that I did about NBA 2, or was it, or Take Two, putting games on the Nintendo Switch, it has a thumbnail of Paul George on there. So look for the game that has a thumbnail of Paul George. If you scroll and look, like I tell a little story. I have a comment pinned, and there's a person that wrote to me in that one before the SMD Salt Face was birthed. That person's name was something else. And then I go back and I look at that video, and it's SMD Salt Face. So that person was a subscriber of mine, and they changed their name. It's the same account, but they changed their name to SMD Salt Face. So it wasn't an account that was made to troll SMD. It was already a subscriber of ours that likes SMD's content, that likes my content. So I don't think this person is trying to like necessarily be like mean-spirited about things. I think that they're just trying to be funny because their personality before they turned into SMD Salt Face was very funny and very nice, and they never trolled anyone. So this person is just, I think they're just having a little bit of lighthearted fun. But the comment that he wrote the comment that he wrote, like when I acknowledged one of their comments, like I gotta find it on Twitter. I gotta read this comment to you guys. Like I thought it was I had to link it on Twitter. I thought it was the funniest thing that I've ever seen. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God, where did I put it in there? Where I talked about that? I posted it, or not notifications. Let me see if it's in my post. And I'll read you guys this comment that he said, just so you guys can get kind of a breakdown of what this dude said. Oh man, where's it at? Where's it at? All right, let's see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So I wrote this on Twitter, and I wrote, well, this is what SMD Saltface said. SMD Saltface said, he said, PlayerEssence, you recognize my face? No? Yes. It is the face at the exact moment I found out we were wrong, my brother. Only you have moved on and produced great content, while future me pretends to be happy, but still can't get over that moment and put out fake I love Nintendo videos while secretly hating them to his core, or probably to their core. So I am kind of stuck in an alternate reality where I still believe it will be AMD. And until the guy known as Spawnwave, who has actually overtaken me and what I should have became had I been right, tears open that Nintendo Switch on release day to reveal what's actually inside, I still firmly believe it's AMD, baby. This guy had me dying laughing with his comments. Oh my God, SMD Saltface is hilarious. Man, he's hilarious. Is Super Metal Dave in the house? Oh yeah, Super Metal Dave, he's cool about it. Yeah, Super Metal Dave is absolutely cool about it. He's not. He's not. And another thing, guys, some people are trying to say Super Metal Dave, and Super Metal Dave, thank you for coming to the live stream, bro. Some people are trying to say Super Metal Dave is salty about the whole situation. Super Metal Dave is not salty about the whole situation. I've talked to Super Metal Dave a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've talked to him, and he is not salty about the situation. So, I mean, if any of you guys are like, you know, going to his channel and saying, oh, you're just salty whenever he uploads a video where he's critical of Nintendo, please do not do that, because Super Metal Dave is not salty about the Nintendo Switch being what it is. He just felt, you know, based on whatever he's heard, that was what it was going to be, and it didn't turn out to be that. And he's realistic about certain situations that come up and the system itself. He's trying to be realistic and be very balanced in his thoughts. So, you know, don't troll him. You know, don't say that he's being salty, because I don't think he is. The only reason why I mentioned Saltface SMD, because that person is a subscriber both to Super Metal Dave and to me, and likes both of our content. This person is not like a troll out there to really, like, you know, bash Super Metal Dave or anything like that, because I don't promote trolls. You guys know I don't. I ban them quick. So this person's, once again, is a subscriber of both of ours. That was a subscriber to me before. I just can't remember her name. It was a picture of a lady with a baby, like holding her baby. So I just can't remember their name. But that was not a troll account made to troll Super Metal Dave. That was an account that already subscribed to both of us that changed the name to just have a little bit of lighthearted fun. That's it. So yeah. Yo, what up, Usman? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, I did see that. He says Super Metal Dave says AMD for the win. Yeah, I mean, everyone's being real, like, it's whatever, you know, at this point. Yeah, and all good fun, but that video is super hilarious. Yeah, it is very funny. It is a very, you know the funniest thing about that video is us like talking smack before, like, oh yeah, oh yeah, Eurogamer is gonna be wrong. Oh yeah, and then like Nintendo put out this little blurb, like, oh, we're gonna reveal our next home console, and everyone was, like, we were all like, oh look, they said home console. Little did we know that Nintendo made a hybrid home console that it's a home console, but it's also it's a hybrid. It's more of a home console with the dock and everything than I think some people, you know, made it out to be, but it is what it is. Is old man juice still in here? Excuse me. I swear one time S&D have more subs than OJ. We've always had about the same. But yeah. We don't. I don't have that much more than him, so it's not like a big deal or anything. Super Metal Dave gets way more views than me, so I mean, subs is one thing, but views is another. Super Metal Dave gets substantially amount more views than I do on my video. I mean, I do more videos than him, but he gets way more views on his videos, so it all balances out. Wait, what are we laughing at? We're laughing at me and Super Metal Dave being so wrong about the Nintendo Switch. You know what's funny about Shuhei Yoshida? Shuhei Yoshida, he's at the Nintendo Switch presentation, or no, he was at the hands-on event or whatever, and then all of a sudden, a month later, we see like a PlayStation pad come out. What was Yoshida doing there? He was gaining intelligence. He was like taking pictures and was like writing down notes and stuff, asking questions, trying to go incognito. Oh man. GTA Online LAN, that would be freaking awesome. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really count subscribers. I don't count like Super Metal Dave subscribers or like, you know, other people's subscribers. I don't really care. I just, like, if someone's doing good at subscribers, like if they say, oh, if someone uploads like a video, like, oh, I hit, you know, 1,000 subscribers, or I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm like, okay, cool, man. Yeah, you hit 2,000 subscribers, great. But like, I've never been like a subscriber, you know, like crazy about anything like that, or, you know, it's just like whatever. Like, everyone has their own personal goals and what they need to do, and, you know, everyone can reach that, you know, what they want. So just as long as, you know, people are out there, you know, you do good YouTube content, I'll watch. I don't care how many subscribers you got. Are you talking to me as far as how's my family? My family's doing really good. They're doing really good. Link 96. Apparently Sony filed a patent. Yeah, we talked about that. So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely go sub. If you're not subscribed to Super Metal Dave, please go subscribe to Super Metal Dave at this point. Please. Fantastic YouTuber, does great content, does so much stuff. So yeah, he's definitely a great YouTuber. But anyway, guys, I've been going for a bit. I think I answered a lot of you guys' questions. Remember, there was a day when you actually installed your games. Or sorry, there was a day that you actually did not install your games. I'm saying that the day that we live in now at this point is that you have to install your games. And they're up to, where is it at? They're up to a freaking 100 gigabytes. But there was a day when you can just take this beautiful cartridge and put that into your system and say, I want to play this game. And Nintendo is bringing back those days. The Super Nintendo is my favorite console of all time, and Nintendo is bringing back cartridges. The Nintendo 3DS to me is it's the closest thing that Nintendo has to the Super Nintendo, in my opinion. It's the closest thing that Nintendo has done to the Super Nintendo when it comes to game content, library, variety of games, and those sweet cartridges. And Nintendo is bringing back what made these two systems awesome. Gaming cartridges. It's all we need. all we need. Anyway, so thank you guys so much. I do appreciate you guys all coming out to the live stream. You guys are awesome, each and every single one of you guys. And I will make sure to have more live streams. You have to install that cartridge into the console. installs into it. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Do all that, and I'll be more than happy to do more of these live streams if you do like them. But please, guys, consider in the links below. You guys have all the information on there. Before you guys go, I know I'm leaving right now, but before you guys go, check out my social media. If you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter. Facebook, check out my Facebook page. Check out my YouTube. Subscribe. If you want to donate and help out the live stream, help out the show, it'll definitely help me get better equipment and other things and have more live streams for you guys. You guys can donate. I'll make sure to give you guys shout outs if you donate. And if you have a channel, I'll definitely advertise your channel for you. So if you want to donate and make PlayerEssence better, more than happy to. But once again, it is 100% optional. Thank you, Magic Tech, for donating. I really do appreciate the donation. And I will make sure to have the other setup where donations will actually pop up on screen. I will not do the Google Hangouts anymore. Any live streams, because I think I'm going to start live streaming weekly now on Fridays. Any live streams that I do and Q&As, I'll make sure to have the custom setup with OBS to where if you do donate, it will pop up. You'll see your name. You'll see the amounts and all that stuff. So I'll have that there for you guys if you want to do that. And I do appreciate everything you guys do for me, from just subscribing to donating to following me on Twitter to all of that stuff. So I really do. We're trying to build PlayerEssence definitely into something that's bigger. And I'm hoping by the end of next year, I can have some good news to share with you guys in terms of this channel. But I'm really trying to build for something for the future for me and my family. And any bit helps when it comes to sharing my videos, liking, subscribing, all of that. All of that helps. So I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. All right. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And please, just like I said, subscribe, do all that stuff. And yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.